Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, wherever you are, and good evening. Okay, in behalf of Ajahn or Dr. Prapaisi Holomyong, I am Mr. Green teaching you this morning. Okay, our subject is MBA112, English for Business Management. And this morning, we will talk about Unit 3.1, which is comparison. Sounds interesting, right? Let's see what is comparison. Now, in here, I'm going to read a passage wherein you are going to listen. Yep, that's right. You are going to listen carefully and then try to understand what I'm going to read. Then later on, for the third time, I want you to answer the activity. Okay? Can we do that? Shall we do that? Okay, here it goes. Now, in listening, I want you to listen carefully. Pay attention to what I'm going to read. Okay? And this is the passage. May I introduce myself? I am Peter Jensen. I am 30 years old. Since I finished my study from a university, I worked for 4 companies. I changed my work quite often because I wanted to get more experiences in doing different jobs. Now, I am a businessman. I think it is more exciting than being a bank teller. My latest job, my really first job was a teacher. Teaching at a school for a year changed to being a tour guide. I found that being a tour guide is more interesting than being a teacher. I had a lot of trouble at that time. I was tired, so I changed to be a bank teller. I am now thinking of being a store clerk or a police officer. My mom invites me to be a storekeeper because it is safer than being a police officer. Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first reading. Now, this time, I'm going to read again for the second time. But this time, I want you to listen carefully because later on, for the third time, I want you to answer some activity. Okay? Now, let's do it for the second time again. Are you ready? Okay, here it goes. May I introduce myself? I am Peter Jensen. I am 30 years old. Since I finished my study from a university, I have worked for 4 companies. I changed my work quite often because I wanted to get more experiences in doing different jobs. Now, I am a businessman. I think it is more exciting than being a bank teller. My latest job, my really first job was a teacher. Teaching at a school for a year changed to being a tour guide. I found that being a tour guide is more interesting than being a teacher. I had a lot of trouble that time. I was tired, so I changed to be a bank teller. I am now thinking of being a store clerk or a police officer. My mom invites me to be a storekeeper because it is safer than being a police officer. Okay. Now, in Unit 3.1 under listening, I want you now to answer, okay, the exercise number 1, which is I want you to complete the table below with the words given. Like, for example, here are the choices. 4 companies, more exciting, get more experiences, more interesting, and safer. Now, you have 1 to 5, okay? I want you to answer that, fill in the blank, that 1 to 5, okay? Now, are you ready? Okay. For the third time, I want to read and then go and answer that blank in there, okay? For the last time. May I introduce myself? I am Peter Johnson. I am 30 years old. Since I finished my study from the university, I have worked for 4 companies. I change my work quite often because I wanted to get more experiences in doing different jobs. Now, I am a businessman. I think it is more exciting than being a bank teller. My latest job. My really first job was a teacher. Teaching at a school for a year changed to being a tour guide. I found that being a tour guide is more interesting than being a teacher. I had a lot of trouble that time. I was tired, so I changed to be a bank teller. I am now thinking of being a store clerk or a police officer. My mom invites me to be a storekeeper because it is safer than being a police officer. There you have it. So, did you get it? Now let's try to answer your work. Let's try to correct your work, I should say. Are you ready? So, in number 1, it says, Peter worked for blank. Is it safer? 4 companies? More exciting? More interesting? Or get more experiences? What is your answer? Yep, that's right. Peter worked for 4 companies. Yay, you got it right. Next, number 2. He changed the job so often because he wanted to blank. Wanted to? 1, 2, 3. Yes, you have it. He wanted to get more experiences. Okay, that's number 2. Okay, number 3. He thinks being a business person is blank than being a bank teller. You think? Okay, that's right. He thinks that being a business person is more exciting than being a bank teller. Yes. Okay. Number 4. Number 4. A tour guide is blank than a teacher. A tour guide is blank than a teacher. What is your answer? Okay, a tour guide is more interesting than a teacher. Okay, and number 5, a mechanic is blank than a truck driver. A mechanic is blank than a truck driver. Yes, that's right. A mechanic is safer than a truck driver. Okay, so that is your listening exercise number 1. Very good. Now I know that you have a very good listening skill. Okay, let's proceed. In Unit 3.1, which is comparison, let's talk about comparison. What is comparison in the first place? Do you know the meaning of comparison? Really? Okay, very good. A comparison, okay, let me check if it is the same, if the way you understand comparison is the same with me. Okay, let's try to check. Comparison is the act of finding the differences and similarities between 2 or more people or things. Okay, comparison meaning you are comparing 2 things, either people or anything, at least 2 or 3. Okay, you cannot compare one thing only. There must be another one. Okay, so like 2 or 3. Okay, and what are you comparing? You're comparing the difference. What is the difference of this thing to another thing? Or what are the similarities? Do you understand me? So between 2 or more people or things. Okay, so you are comparing 2 things. In comparison sentences, we use, what do we use? Yes, that's right. Very good. We use an adjective. Adjectives in comparative degree. What is that? In comparison sentences, we use an adjective in comparative degree. Okay. Give me an example. Okay, very good. Now, here is another example. For example, something is bigger than something. Did you hear that? Okay. Something is bigger than something. Okay, bigger. ER. Okay. And superlative degree. What is superlative degree? Superlative means the highest. Okay, the highest, the top. Okay. For example, in comparative, bigger than, right? Let's see what is the superlative degree. In superlative degree is something is the newest. Newest. Okay, we will talk about that later. Okay? Bigger than and newest. Okay. Under comparative adjectives are used to compare differences between the two objects they modify. Okay, so what are these things? So how would I know that this is a comparative adjective? Okay, from the two objects they modify. Example. Okay, give me one example first before I will give mine. Very good. Now, here is another example. We use the word larger. Okay. Yes, that's right. Larger. Okay. Smaller. When we say smaller, what is smaller in your language? You try to, this is another hint, okay? If you, it seems like confusing to you, I want you to check also your dictionary, okay? What is the meaning? Okay, smaller is smaller, okay? For example, this is big, bigger, right? Smaller, smaller, okay? Faster, yes, from the word fast. And higher, from the word high. These words, they are used in sentences pattern like this. Okay, let's go to the sentence pattern. Okay. Now, the first in sentence construction is we have the noun. What is a noun? The noun is always the subject in the sentence. What is a noun? Noun is the name of a place, person, thing, or an animal. Okay? Noun is the subject, the one we are talking to. Okay? Next, plus. After the noun or the subject, we come with verb. Okay. What is a verb again? Verb is the action word in the sentence. Okay? The action word in the sentence. So noun, the subject, plus the verb, the action, then plus comparative adjective. Comparative adjective. What are the comparative adjectives that we talked about a while back? Okay, the larger, smaller, faster, higher, and the like. After the comparative adjective, we use also, or we add the word than. Than. T-H-A-N. Than. Meaning, this word is now connecting a two word, okay? Like the one you are comparing the noun that you are, the things that you are comparing, or the people that you are comparing, okay? Then after that, here comes another noun, or a noun, or can be the object of the sentence, okay? So, noun, the subject, plus a verb, plus the comparative adjective, plus than, and then plus the object. Did you get me? Very good. Now, here is an example. Okay? Here is an example. Listen carefully. Okay? Ready? Yes, you are. Okay? Bella Renee is younger than my Charon Pura. Did you get that? Bella Renee is younger than my Charon Pura. Okay, so in the sentence, Bella Renee is what? Is the subject or the noun. Next, the verb. Next, the comparative adjective. Then the noun. Yes, very good. Okay, do you want more example? Here it is. Listen again, and then I'm going to ask you a question. Duangta Tongkamani is older than Bella Renee. Let me repeat that. Duangta Tongkamani is older than Bella Renee. Duangta Tongkamani is a name, okay? Name of a person. So with Bella Renee, okay? So I am comparing, okay, the old, how old they are. Who is older? Is it Duangta or Bella? But in the sentence, Duangta is what? Yes, Duangta is older than Bella. Okay, very good. When we say old, we're talking about the age. Okay? She is older than Bella. Yeah, so means in here, Bella is younger. Okay, there you have it. Very good. Moving down. Want more examples? I bet you want. Okay, here is more example. Yaya is younger than Senjad Hongtai. Yaya is younger than Senjad Hongtai. Okay. Where is the subject? Okay, in this sentence, what is the subject? Yes, very good. Yaya. Okay. Very good. Plus. Okay. Very good. Plus the comparative adjective. Okay, where is the comparative adjective in here? Are you sure? Yes, very good. It's younger. Okay. Okay, what is the root word of younger? Yes, that's right. Young, from the word young. Okay, younger. Then, just like what we've said, we will just add than. Okay, than. T-H-A-N, than. Okay, Yaya is younger than. Okay, then after that comes the object. The object can also be also be a noun. And in this sentence, Senjai Hongtai is what? Is a noun. Very good. It's a name of what? Is this a name of a place? Is this an animal? Is this a thing? Yes, very good. It's a name of a person. Very good. Now, we've been talking about the person. So let's try also to use things. Let's try to compare things. Okay? So, example. Do you love car? Okay, everybody loves a car. Okay, in here, in this sentence, I want you to see the comparison. Okay? Honda Jazz is smaller than Honda Accord. Very good. Honda Jazz is smaller than Honda Accord. Yep. Maybe everybody is talking now. Yes. Oh, your car is Honda Jazz and the other car is Honda Accord. Okay, so maybe you didn't notice, but okay, you later on after our class, you go and check your car, which is what is which car is bigger or smaller? Okay, so Honda Jazz is smaller than Honda Accord. Okay, so here we are comparing two cars, okay, which is the Honda Jazz and the other one is Honda Accord. Now, smaller, okay, smaller. Okay, Honda is a noun plus the verb is plus the comparative adjective, smaller from the word plus than, okay, and then another plus an object. Yes, very good. Okay, wow, you're so good. Okay, another one is let's use another example. A bus is bigger than a van. Do you agree? Okay, a bus is bigger than a van. What is a bus? What is a van? Okay, did you see that now? Yes, very good. That's right. The bus is bigger than a van. Okay. Right. That's right. Okay, bigger than, meaning the van is smaller than the bus. That's why the bus is bigger than a van. Being a store clerk is safer than being a flight attendant. Here's another example. Being a store clerk is safer than being a flight attendant. Do you believe so? Okay, some of you believe, some of you don't. That's okay, no problem with that. Okay. Being a store clerk, when we say a store clerk, someone is working in a store, okay? Someone is assisting in the store, okay? Than being a flight attendant. When we say flight attendant, what is a flight attendant? Yes, very good. Flight attendant is working in a, what? In an airplane, assisting, okay? They assess the passengers. Okay, they assess the passengers inside the plane. Okay, now we compare a store clerk to a flight attendant. Now we use what? Safer than. Very good. Now you're getting it right. Okay. Another example. Do you want more example? Yes, I know you want it. Okay. Being a teacher is easier than being a doctor. Do you believe so? Being a teacher is easier than being a doctor. Do you believe so? Then, okay. When we say teacher, what is the meaning of a teacher? Okay, very good. And a doctor. Okay. Now, being a teacher, okay, is easier than being a doctor. Okay. So we compare a teacher to a doctor. Okay. So which is easier work? Okay. The easier what is that the easier work of the teacher or the doctor? The work of a doctor. Yep. Okay. Yes, I understand. All works are all hard. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, but if you love what you are doing, it is just easy. As long as you love what you are doing. Okay. As long as you love your work. Okay. So, but in this sentence, being a teacher is easier than being a doctor. Okay. So, Yes. Being a teacher is easier. Like easy. The work of a teacher is easier than the work of a doctor. The work of a doctor is more complicated, more harder than the work of a teacher. Yeah. Either doctor of education or doctor in medicine. Okay? Okay. Next one. Okay. Making a comparative adjectives. Okay, comparative adjectives now. Okay. In making comparative adjectives, for 2 syllables adjectives, okay, for 2 we use ER. Okay, or ER is added and then is followed. Okay. Look at the following example. Let's try to see the example that is being flashed on your screen. Okay. George runs faster than Robert. Okay, George is a noun, right? Plus the verb, which is runs, and then the comparative adjective. What is the comparative adjective? Now let's see first what is the comparative in here. Okay, faster. Okay, now faster from the word, what word? Fast. Okay, so for 2 syllable adjectives we use ER or we add ER. Okay, so from the word fast, then we just add ER, yes, to make it comparative. Faster, then the word then. Okay, then THEN, then Robert. Robert is a noun or the object in the sentence. So here, George runs faster than Robert. Okay, we use ER. Yep, very good. Another one is, this exercises is easier than the last exercise. Yes, from the word again, easy, easy. Then we use ER, okay, and then the word then. Okay, very good. The exercises is easier than the last exercise. So meaning now the exercise is easy, not hard, okay, than the last one. Okay. Now, if you see an Y at the ending of easy, yeah, yes, this is the one, okay, from the word easy, okay. Now, the letter, okay, the last letter is Y, right? But the rules in grammar is that you have to change the Y into I before adding the ER. Yes, very good. Why? Because if you don't change the Y into I, okay, there's no such word as easy year, okay? There's no such word as that. So, in order for that to become the grammar rule, okay, you have to change I. You have to change the Y into I before adding the ER. Easier. Do you get me? Yep. Okay. Another one. Okay. You're doing it good. Doing it right. Okay. So far so good. Let's proceed. Here is another exercise. Okay, I want you to write the comparative form of the following words. Remember, I want you to write the comparative form of the following words from the adjective and the comparative. Okay, number one. Number one is given as an example. Okay, from the word clean. Comparative, cleaner. You just add ER. Number two. Dirty. Okay, dirty. Remember the grammar rule. Change blank into blank and add ER. What is that? Yes, change Y into I and add ER. So, dirtier. Did you get it right? Okay, number three. Easy. Oh, we finished this one earlier. easy. Number 4, quick. Okay. Long. Number 5. Number 6, short. High. Number 7. 8, tall. 9, new. 10, old. 11, small. And 12, big. Okay, very good. Number 3, easier. What did you do? Very good. You change the Y into I and add ER. Easier. Okay, number 4, quicker. Very good. Number 5, longer. Yes. Number 6, shorter. Number 7, higher. Number 8, taller. Number 9, newer. You sure? Older. Smaller. Bigger. Okay. Let's try to continue. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute to answer all those exercises, and then later on we will go and check your work. Okay, I'm going to give you a minute. Okay, there you have it. Okay, what is your answer? Very good. Number 13, sooner. Yes. 14, larger. Okay, next. Okay, uglier. Okay, next. Okay, faster. Next, lighter. Next, heavier. Next. Okay, prettier. Next. Okay. Okay. Simpler. Okay. Busier. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, now that you are already very good in comparative, okay, comparative. Now let's try again to check another one. Adjectives of more than 2 syllables. Okay. When we say 2 syllables, what do we say when we 2 syllables? Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Adjectives of more than 2 syllables like beautiful, comfortable, important, expensive, intelligent, and the like. Okay, there's a lot of 2 syllables, okay, are formed comparative by putting, what will you put? Than or, okay, you're going to comparative by putting more or less. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You have to put more or less in front of the adjective, and then after it. Did you get me? Okay, I'll repeat. Adjectives of more than 2 syllables, okay, like example, beautiful, comfortable, important, expensive, are formed by putting more, quote unquote, or less, quote unquote, in front of the adjective, and then you add than after it. Okay? Example, Mercedes-Benz is more expensive than Toyota. Okay. is more expensive than Toyota. Yes, you write there more, right? You add more and then than. Okay, Mercedes-Benz is more expensive than Toyota. Very good. Another one. Toyota is less expensive than Mercedes-Benz. Toyota, we are talking about the car, okay? We are comparing about two cars in here. The price, okay? The price, okay? Toyota is less expensive than Mercedes-Benz. Okay, that's right. So we are talking about the amount or how much, okay? So Toyota is not is less expensive than Mercedes-Benz, okay? Okay, yes, that's right. The second one or the second item of comparison can be omitted. When we say omitted, being removed, okay? Being erased or removed if it is clear from the context. Okay, if you really understand, if you already understand from the context. Okay, as the following examples. Okay, listen carefully. Example, my house is larger than hers. Okay, my house is larger than hers. Now, the comparison can be omitted, right? Did you see this one? Comparing to the first example that we had. Okay, yes. My house is larger than hers. It is already understood, right? From the context. Okay? Another one is that this box is smaller than the one I lost yesterday. This box is smaller than the one I lost yesterday. Very good. Did you understand that? Wow, very good. Another one, okay, let's go for another example. Your dog runs faster than Jim's. Okay. Your dog runs faster than Jim's. Okay, you are comparing the dog and Jim's, how they run. Okay, the dog is faster, okay, than Jim. Okay, Jim's ran slower than the dog. Now, the rat flew higher than the roof. Okay, the rat flew, okay, than the roof. Okay, so you are comparing the height when the rat flew from the height of the roof. Okay, the roof is the top of the house. Okay, if this is your house, this is what we call the roof. Okay. Another example. Jim and Jack are both my friends, but listen to this. I like Jack better. Okay. The word than Jim is already understood, right? The word than Jim, okay? Let's proceed. Jim and Jack are both my friends, but I like Jack better. Okay, this is already understood. Do you understand me? Okay, very good. Seems you are so serious. Okay, that's a good sign. And superlative adjectives are used to describe an adjective which is at the upper or lower limit of a quality. Okay, the tallest, the smallest, the fastest, and the highest. Superlative, the highest. Okay, from the word comparative, and then the next is superlative. The degree is higher. Okay, maximum. Okay. Now, we use this what? EST or EST. Okay? Example, noun plus a verb plus the plus the superlative adjective and then another object. Okay, example. Peter is shorter than Jim and Jack. Who is the shortest? Okay, very good. Peter is shorter than Jim and Jack. So he is the what? Shortest. Very good. Very good. Forming, let's try to use this one, okay? Forming regular, comparative, and superlative. Okay? Forming comparative and superlative is easy. Okay? What will you do? The form depends on the number of syllables in the original adjective. Yes. What will you do? You just add er, quote unquote, the word er for the comparative, and for the superlative you just add est. Okay, comparative er and then the superlative est. Okay, for example, for one syllable adjective with one consonant plus a single vowel plus a consonant ending. Okay, the final consonant must be doubled before adding the ending. Examples are, okay, I know this is sounds quite difficult, but yeah, let's proceed to the next one. Okay, adjective. Adjective, what is an adjective? Okay, describes, right? It describes the noun. Okay, adjective example is tall. Okay, comparative of tall, taller. Remember, you just add er. Then what is the superlative? Tallest. What did you add? Est. Very good. Okay, tall, taller, tallest. Yes. Next one, small, smaller, smallest. Okay, very good. Fat, fatter, fattest. Okay, how about sad? Very good. Sadder and saddest. Okay, just like what we have said, you have to double. Okay, double. Double is the final consonant. Now, what will you do? You have to double before adding the ending. Okay, like from example, from the word sad. Now you double the letter D. Okay, and then add er, then est. Very good. Okay. In this sentence, and the sentence says, the group that is being compared with can be omitted. When we say omitted, removed. Okay. If it is clear from the context. Yes, you don't need to put otherwise it will become the grammar rules. Okay. Wrong grammar. Okay, if you will not going to omit. Now, example, Jim, George, and Jack. We are comparing three persons in here. Are my classmate. Okay, but Jim, George, and Jack are my classmate. Jack is the smartest. So from Jim, George, and Jack, you are comparing these three person. Okay, who are like smart. Maybe one, Jim is smart, George is smarter, and Jack is the smartest. You are comparing the three, right? From adjective to comparative and to superlative. Very good. My house is largest one in our neighborhood. Wow, how I wish. Okay? My house is the largest one in our neighborhood. Ajahn Propais's, Dr. Propais's house is the largest in their village, in their neighborhood. Yes. Okay. So you among the houses in the village, what? Yes, Ajahn Propais's house is the largest. Yes, that's right. You from all the houses there, you compare. Okay, and there is one largest or bigger, the biggest house in that area. Right. Okay, 2 syllables adjectives. Adjectives with 2 syllables is either the same as 1 syllable. Okay. Adjective or using more or most. Adjective, comparative, and superlative. Example, simple. Yes. Simpler, simplest. Yes. Adjunct propriety is happy. What is the comparative? Very good. Adjunct propriety is happier. How about superlative? Adjunct propriety is happiest. Very good. You got it right. Yes. Let's try to use the word modern. Modern, not modern style. Okay, the word modern. Okay. Okay, let's use the word modern and then the noun house. Okay. Adjunct proprietary house is modern. Okay, change into comparative. Okay, more modern. We use the word more. And then the word modern. Okay, very good. And how about the superlative? Are we going to use more? Very good. We use the word most. The most modern. Adjunct propriety's house is the most modern in the village, in that area. Got it right. Very good. Okay. How about if there are 3 or more syllables in the adjective? Now, if there are 3 or more, with 3 or more syllables are formed, we put more and most in front of the adjectives. We put this the word more, M-O-R-E, and most, M-O-S-T, in front of the adjective. Example, important. Now, more important. Next, most important. Okay, very good. Expensive, more expensive, and most expensive. Very good. Irregular, comparative, and superlative. Okay, there are many common irregular adjectives. Yes. Comparative and superlative forms are quite specific. Adjective, example, good. What is the comparative? Better. And the superlative is best. Very good. Bad. Yes, very good. Worst. And worst. Little, less, less. Okay, that is the irregular comparative. Okay. Very good. Okay, now in your screen you have a questions in there, and I want you to tick in front of the best answer. Okay, let me do example number 1. Where did the writer and his brother watch a football game? A, at a field, at a stadium, at a dormitory. Okay. Okay. Number 2, what season was that? Okay, so I want you to answer this activity, and then we will try to answer them later. Okay, so for now, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being with me under comparison. Okay, so thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and we will see you all next time. On behalf of Adjunct Propriety, Dr. Adjunct Propriety Holomyong, this is Mr. Green, okay, teaching MBA 112. What is MBA 112? English for Business Management, long distance learning. Okay, so, okay, are you still there? Okay, sure. Okay. We will try to answer them later. Okay. Okay, once again, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Okay, on behalf of Ajahn Propaisi Holomyong from English Language Institute. Okay, see you again. Bye bye. สวัสดีครับ